trying to climb the mountain. And we are on the cusp of dotting the I on a great clash in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Buckeyes will put total leather and will get started. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The run to the left. Slithers into space. There he goes. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention with a Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the right. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Penn State!
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Going to swing it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of you.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Looking to fire. Swings it out to the flat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on third.
Safe completion on the screen. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Penn State. How about this defense taking one back to the house? The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll bring it out. It's Bentley. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Quick release by the QB. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a third time.
Snap to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Wants to fire on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range that people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? A lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love now, Jesse. How do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today is about as big as it gets.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
To the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. He has 89 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. They'll give it to him again. Picks up the first down, still moving. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going deep. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Wide open downfield. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wants to pass. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision-making.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have...
Breaks into the open. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
To the ground with the back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Let's go! Running it to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
They'll give it to the back. Fighting off the defender. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third down, turning it on.
Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
We know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone of the field, Trace. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting the long touchdown.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And he
play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
This offense has it with really good field position. Making side adjustments here. And some room to work. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Bentley. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll try the right side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
So now it's 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Marshall. Throws for the tight end. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the gun, the running back has it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here we go. Back to the ground with the running back. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Nittany Lions lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Now on 1st and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be...
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Bentley. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Penn State 49, Ohio State 0.
The Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Tight end now in motion. Motion from the wideout. With jet sweep pass. He breaks a tackle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, you got to have a lot of confidence in your offensive line to go forward in that situation of the field at this juncture of the game, but this head coach does, and his offense shows you why. Great job up front getting some push, and the running back knew exactly where he needed to go.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Marshall. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And as he throws on the ball.